We're just waiting for the wheelchair to get on. I'm sure the bus driver didn't mean anything by what he said. He simply meant we're waiting for the wheelchair to get on the bus before we can leave. But he didn't realise that his choice of words had upset a 10-year-old boy living with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. My son William is dependent on a wheelchair to get around. He cannot walk. But he rightly views himself as a boy rather than a wheelchair. I'd been at work when the driver had made the comment, but William was in tears when he told me what the bus driver had said. I tried explaining that the bus driver didn't know William's name, but I did say, well, maybe he could have said we're just waiting for the boy in the wheelchair to get on. Or as William suggested, the driver could have said we're waiting for the boy with the red cap to get on. It didn't even need to mention the wheelchair. It's a reminder to be careful of what we say, and that a wheelchair does not define someone. They are still a person. Someone happens to use a wheelchair, but they are not a wheelchair. Well, after we talked about this, I got to remind William of how God describes him. That God describes him as fearfully and wonderfully made. How precious to know that we are all made in the image of God, no matter what struggles we may have from living in this broken and scarred world. I told William that God created him, knows him by name, and loves him so much that he gave his own son for him, and that because of Jesus' death for us, all the hurt can be taken away. And one day, God will make everything new. Just as Jesus was raised from the dead, we too will be raised. The lame will leap, as Isaiah tells us. Those who belong to Jesus Christ are children of God, known by name and loved forever. Now that is an identity to be secure in.